Lack of a better word, there's only so many suckers that are willing to only make a couple of bucks per delivery.
The question is, are food delivery services as we know it about to come to an end? And will that business cease to exist? And these food delivery services like GrubHub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, are they coming to an end? Are they dead? So I want to answer that question here at the end of this video. Of course, as we all know, the food delivery services boomed in the last few years, and recently Amazon bought like a 2% stake of GrubHub and will be delivering some of their foods, I believe, from Whole Food Markets, which Amazon owns, and just a few of their services are going to be joining with GrubHub. Especially during the pandemic of 2020, 2021, people stopped going to the grocery store. A lot of people, they depended on these food delivery services to get them their fast food or their food or whatever they eat. And that's one reason why it just completely boomed. I'm starting to see cracks in the foundation of that, and I'm sure a lot of you are starting to see cracks in the foundation. And not only just with what's going on as far as being post-pandemic, inflation, prices going higher, but just technology rapidly changing. And we're going to start seeing that with Amazon as well, with technology delivery drastically changing in just the next couple of years. Watch a lot of YouTubers who do it full-time. They do DoorDash full-time, some part-time, GrubHub, Uber Eats, and a lot of times they'll couple that business with Uber, driving or Lyft and driving people as well. They'll do both businesses. But I'm starting to see a lot of complaints here recently about just the low pay, and then people skipping out on tips. So they won't tip, or they'll put a tip, and then when they go there, they retract the tip.
We're getting stuff like $2.80 for 3.4 miles. You already know I don't want to be paid under $3 for my time, effort, gas, wear and tear, all that stuff. It's just not worth it. I want at least $5 per trip.
I'm seeing people driving 10 miles to get $4. They're driving 20 miles to deliver something from McDonald's or wherever, and they're doing it for $4, $5. Then I'm seeing these poor drivers like sitting in lines for 30 minutes to make $4 while their engine is revving. You see the writing on the wall, right? So they're starting to realize that ends don't meet when you buy a vehicle and you own a vehicle and you drive a vehicle. All of a sudden you realize, oh crap, my transmission's starting to go out. My power steering's starting to go out. My fuel pumps just went out, and I had to pay $400 to fix my fuel pump. My alternator went out, and I had to pay $600 to get my alternator fixed. Oh crap, my tires are bald now. I need to get 4 new tires, and it's going to cost me $700 to get 4 new tires. And then they look at their bank account and what they just made on DoorDash over the month, and they're like, wait a second. I bought this car brand new 2 years ago, and all of a sudden it's not brand new anymore, and now all my parts are wearing out. Okay, well, you see where I'm getting at, right? What these drivers are making, delivering food, sometimes stinking up their car with food and pizza dough, they're starting to realize that the cost of the vehicle, not only the cost of the vehicle to maintain it, the gas and the oil and inflation, that it's not, they're working for free. And as a matter of fact, not only are they working for free, but they're losing money by doing DoorDash, by doing Uber Eats. They're losing money. So what's happening is they're quitting in mass droves, and they're refusing business from all these people that think that they're going to get their food delivered for $3. Guess who's making money at the meantime? DoorDash is making money, GrubHub, because they don't have a vehicle involved. Yes, they have administration expenses, employees, and all that stuff, and the cost to running a website. But these drivers, these people that they're using, and I would consider DoorDash and GrubHub, would consider them a temp agency. They run the agency, and they're using other people doing 1099, 1099 business. They're not even employees, and they're using them as like a temp agency to make money. Absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Then they're starting to see that with inflation, with gas prices going up above $4, $5, $6 a gallon in some states, even though it's gone down here recently, drivers starting to realize, hey, my income's not going up at all. When these food delivery services started getting in business, making it big, and then through the pandemic, gas prices were like less than $2 a gallon, sometimes less than $3 a gallon. When these food delivery services started going in business, gas was $2 a gallon, $3 a gallon. So they would have drivers that could actually make a living driving, 3-4 miles to make $4 or $5 plus tips. But now with gas prices going up so much, the cost of inflation, where everything now is so much more expensive to replace parts on your vehicle.
And I'm sorry for these food delivery services. The writing is on the wall. There's only so many human beings. Lack of a better word, there's only so many suckers that are willing to only make a couple of bucks per delivery. They just don't exist anymore. It takes a barrier of entry to first own a vehicle, to afford that vehicle, the parts, the taxes, the insurance, yes, the skyrocketing insurance, to afford to have a vehicle to keep driving for just a little bit of money. And then there's that barrier of entry. You can't have a criminal record. You can't have a DUI the last 7 years. You can't have any of that. So for them to keep finding human beings that fits that criteria, who own a vehicle and willing to drive around these neighborhoods and get the runaround from customers, not having gate codes to get in, and then just all these people canceling and customers canceling, people are not going to put up with that, and people are going to leave in droves. So you're not going to be able to continue to find people, and the word of mouth is going around. People know. People communicate to their friends, their family. This is not a smart idea to be a driver for DoorDash or for Uber Eats. It's just not smart.
Answer the question at the beginning of this video. Are food delivery services gone as we know it? Are they dead? And the short answer to that is yes. Yes, they are going to be gone. The business is going to change completely. And the two things that's going to go away with what's going to be happening in the next very near future. Number one, food delivery services, the majority of them will be out of business. And number two, the middleman, the people, the hardworking men and women that have been driving around, they're going to be out as well. So they're not going to be part of the business. What is going to be in the near future, as we've seen with Amazon incorporating, are drones. So being that food is super light to carry and delivery, what's going to happen is these drones, just like what Amazon is implementing now and about to implement, will be delivered by drones.
Drone just comes to my house and it drops it off.
It takes off and flies a few hundred feet in the air, navigates safely to a customer's backyard, lowers down, and delivers the package, all within an hour.
These are octocopters.
First of all, it's not like you're carrying a person. You're just carrying something that weighs maybe 2 or 3, 4 pounds at the very most. So drones will take over that business. And I see that's why Amazon is, why they bought a 2% stake of GrubHub, is because they're eyeing the whole company in general, and they're going to completely take over the business of GrubHub, and they're going to completely 100% own it, and they're going to have their own delivery service. They have the capital in order to buy drones, in order to deliver food and be the middleman for these fast food restaurants and all these restaurants. The only company that I could see actually surviving the longest would probably be Uber Eats, and that's because Uber Eats has that branch of their business where they have a taxi service, and you can't drone a human being. So they're able to supplement what they're losing with Uber Eats, and they're able to stay in business. If these food delivery services were smart, they would start investing any capital they had into drones and to try to start incorporating drones into their business, and unfortunately weed out the middle person, the person who owns a vehicle and delivering food in their vehicles. It's just not economically feasible. It's just not economically viable in order to drive a 1,500-pound vehicle with gas to go to these different places. It just doesn't make economic sense. And food is perishable, so you're not able to hold a whole bunch of food at one time and just deliver to different locations while keeping the food in your car. It just makes zero sense. So this temp agency as we know it will come to an end. So Uber Eats should start investing in drones, and GrubHub and DoorDash should start investing in drones. I just don't know if they have the foresight to see it. I do know that Amazon has the foresight to see it. That's why they're investing in GrubHub. But let's face it, these fast food chains don't even need a middleman. They don't need DoorDash or GrubHub. These fast food chains, they can buy their own drones and do their own delivery services. And that's eventually where I see all this leading to. McDonald's, all these different places, all these fast food places will have their own drones, and they will deliver the food. They completely cut out the middleman. They make all the profit. They just invest in the drones, and I could just see that that's where all the business is going to end up in. So yes, I unfortunately believe that delivery services are dead. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe.